These are some money tips that you should definitely know before coming to Italy. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Eleonora, your Italian bestie, and I give daily tips and tricks on all things Italy, both on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I know it's a lot, but I love sharing all things related to my country, Italy. I was born and raised in Rome, and then I moved around a little bit, went to Tuscany, stayed into a little town in Abruzzo as well, and then moved to Rimini. I traveled so much when I was younger, but even now I still enjoy traveling around Italy so much. I mean, my family's scattered pretty much all around Italy, so I have to visit it one way or the other. So I'm here today to share all the money tips that I've learned in the past years. First things first, let's talk about cards, fees, and ATMs. So cards are widely accepted around Italy. However, I always recommend to keep around 50 to 100 euros in cash just in case. It's really rare, and actually it's illegal for places not to accept cards anymore. So you can even tap your card to pay an espresso, which is unheard of before. However, that is a thing here now, luckily. Just remember though that Amex won't be accepted as widely. So if you use your Amex for traveling, that is great because I love Amex for like points and all that type of stuff. But if you're buying like something small, they might not accept it. But that I feel like that is quite standard. What I recommend though is travel with like travel friendly cards such as Revolut and Wise. I love my Revolut because it also doesn't have like the international transaction fees, which is crazy. So definitely use Revolut for that. And obviously Amex if you're getting like your flights, your hotels, so you can then earn points as well. Make sure for ATMs, there's going to be obviously heaps of ATMs, but make sure you use the ones attached to actual banks or post office. You will see the Poste Italiane sign. It's a yellow sign. Those are the Italian post offices, and they will always have an ATM there. There will be fees, but that will obviously depend on the specific bank or post. Now, let's talk about the second category, which is the restaurants. Usually when you go to Italy, there will be this fee called coperto. Coperto usually goes from like 1 to 4 euros per person at the meal, and it basically is meant to cover your table service, your linen, your obviously napkins, all that type of stuff, and it always comes with like bread and olive oil as well. So it's basically meant to cover all of your extras on your table and also like cleaning off the napkins and things like that. I know that it feels weird, but unfortunately it's always been a thing. So I don't know if they're getting rid of it now, but until then you might see that. And if you see that, you now know what it is. Secondly, let's talk about tipping, because tipping is it's not necessary. Obviously, if you had an amazing meal and if you had an amazing experience and, you know, your waitress or waiter was amazing, I would always leave something. I wouldn't leave more than like 5 euros. Like you want to just round up your bill and give some like spare change, leave it on the table. But if you're at a cafe or at an espresso, like you're just having an espresso at the counter, you won't need to tip anything unless you've got change of like 10-20 cents, then you can leave it to them as a thank you. But if not, you don't really need to tip anybody. The one thing I do recommend tipping as a nice gesture is tour guides. I think tour guides, obviously, they put so much effort in your tours. They're always so incredibly amazing. So I would definitely say tip your tour guide, and that is really up to you. You can leave 5, 10, 20 euros. Honestly, that is really up to you. But I wouldn't tip more than 20 euros. I feel like that is a lot. But, you know, do whatever you prefer. Number 3, let's talk about something that it's really, really hurtful to me, and is the tourist tax. Note, Italians aren't exempted to the tourist tax, which is insane to me. But the tourist tax is basically a government tax where, depending on the city that you're at and the type of accommodation, so B&Bs, hotels, Airbnbs as well, you will be asked to leave the tassa di soggiorno, imposta di soggiorno, the tourist tax, in cash at checkout, which again, it makes it sound even more weird because why in cash? But unfortunately, that's what it's requested, and everyone does that because I think because it's a government tax, I don't think they want it to like, it has to be a separate thing. So they always ask for cash. But unfortunately, it goes from like 2 to like 6 euros per person per night. So if you're staying in Italy for like 2 weeks, the tourist tax will actually be quite, you know, heavy. And if you're staying at a like 5-star, you will pay more. So make sure you include that in your budgeting if it's something that, you know, you think that will impact you, because it will still be extra like 200 euros depending on how many people are there. So make sure to keep that in mind as well. And this is why I always say keep a little bit of cash. And that was it for my little episode on money in Italy. These are really just the basics. I'm not a financial expert in any way, but I thought these are common knowledge. So I just thought I'd share them with you. For all the links to experiences, hotels, and for my Italy Insider Guides, which contains everything you need for each city in Italy, check out the caption down below. I have linked everything you need. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.